Hello there, my name is Ian. A few months ago, I did something I will never forget. I left the busy streets of Kigali and I spent 10 days living in a small village in Kamonyi district in southern Rwanda. Not a fancy eco road, not a tourist resort, just a simple homestay in the middle of the hills. This is my story. I'll be honest. When I first told my friends that I was going to rural Kamonyi instead of visiting the gorillas or Lake Kivu, they thought I was crazy. But something about the idea of experiencing the real Rwandan village life pulled me there. I wanted to see beyond the headlines. I wanted to understand how people actually live. The journey from Kigali to Kamonyi already felt like an adventure. After about an hour and a half, my bus, I jumped on a motorcycle for the last stretch. The load turned from the paved roads to red dirt, winding through endless hills covered in banana plantations and light green grasses. The wind smelled like fresh earth. Every few minutes, I would pass women carrying enormous baskets on their heads, perfectly balanced, walking with such grace, it looked effortless. When I finally arrived at the village, I was looking for something extraordinary. The calmness, the safety, the security. Kamonyi is probably one of the warmest place that I ever actually experienced. Everybody there is welcoming, hospitable, and I was really amazed by the people. One of my favorite memories was going to visiting different areas, seeing how people actually live in harmony. You know, if you know the story of Rwanda is a country that rose from ashes 32 years ago. This entire place you are seeing now on this camera or on your screen, bodies of dead people were all over the place. The genocide against the Tutsi was the worst tragedy that this country has ever experienced. But look around. Rwanda is now ranked among the safest countries in Africa. Not only Kigali is the cleanest city in Africa, but also if you visit the rural areas in Rwanda, you see green places, you see how people are actually into planting trees, living in peace, and they will welcome you with an open arms and smile on their faces. What truly touched me was the sense of community. In Kamonyi, people don't just live near each other, they live each other. One evening, I was actually passing by and I felt like something was telling me, go and visit this place. Just look around. Look how this area or this village is actually developing so fast. There is no paved road. There is no fancy restaurant or fancy or expensive infrastructure around. Just calmness, peace, harmony, and safety all over the place. The country is known for being a country with 1,000 hills. The landscapes in Kamonyi are quietly spectacular. Every evening I would actually walk to the top of the near hill and just sit there. The sunset was something else. Layers of green hills fading into a soft orange and the purple skies. You can see that for miles. No buildings blocking the view, just nature and people walking in harmony with it. I passed by different areas like a small primary school. The children were smiling, people were moving around, and I felt something that I was actually looking for in this place. When you look closely, you see how the country is really developing. People will tell you Rwanda is only Kigali, but if you look closely, you will see people doing their businesses, building their dream houses, living their best life even in rural areas. If I'm saying that this is a rural area, you will see, because there is no traffic. It's not like the busiest part of Kigali or any other big town in Rwanda. This is a small village in a place called Kamonyi in southern province of Rwanda. So if you're looking for somewhere to go, if you're planning to come and visit Rwanda, I'm telling you, you will love the place. The cleanliness is not only in Kigali, but also around the country. If you look how these people are trying their best, although the infrastructure is still actually minimum here, but you will see that these people are trying to actually plant trees, clean their dirty roads, building their dream house alongside the roads, and you actually feel this harmony. There is something about Rwanda that actually hits everybody. Rwanda is actually a home of people who wants to actually be released from the stress and the craziness of this world. The place is so nice, so quiet, so hospitable, so beautiful. If you come to Rwanda, if you visit Rwanda, I'm telling you, you would thank me later. So after 10 days, it was my time to leave. I took some photos, and I remember I took a motor that drove me away, and I looked back at the hills. I felt tears in my eyes because I was actually going to leave this place. I loved this place. I used to be actually walking around this area every morning. This is something that I wanted to experience. Somewhere away from Kigali, where I'll be actually waking up, listening to the birds singing, and living the rural life. Rwanda is a beautiful place. Rwanda is the safest place that you would ever experience. You will actually be living in harmonious environment that you would never experienced before. Come to Rwanda, visit Rwanda if you want to understand why people are always blown away when they land in this beautiful country of 1,000 hills. So this is actually my story, how I spent 10 days in Kamonyi, experiencing the beautiful landscape, and loving every minute of it, man. I loved this place, man. This place actually is the true definition of calmness and safety. If you want to experience something extraordinary, just go out of the city and probably find a resort or just a cheap lodge where you can actually stay for some time, and something that actually heals your peace of mind is actually waiting for you there. See you next time. I'll be I'll be actually narrating about the stories of other places that I will be visiting.